Welcome to Cup of Jess, where the coffee's hot, the truth is hotter, and we're spilling all the real, raw business moves no one talks about. No fluff, just facts. Let's get into it. Welcome to a Cup of Jess podcast. Your host here, Yesenia Velasquez. I'm happy to be here with you guys and also have a special guest today. I am so excited for this wonderful woman.
Thank
and
you.
I am going to let you introduce yourself.
Okay. Well, my name is Karen Speck. I am a licensed agent here in the state of Texas. I was born in El Salvador, 1980, and I came here to the United States, I think about 8 years old. I am a mother of two, Scarlett and Ashley, my pride and joy. I am the oldest of 4 siblings. So, yes, that's a little bit about myself, married. So, yes.
That's amazing. Honestly, I wanted to share a little bit about how we met. Karen is not only a friend, but she's also a colleague, someone that we've been working together closely. And the funny thing is that we were in the same industry.
Yes.
You did taxes, which we can go more into detail later on about how you did that transition. But it also shows us that we're not competition.
Exactly.
We are over here working together and how we can change the world, right?
Exactly,
So in 2022, I did a tax planning workshop and we met each other through a mutual friend. And what was your thoughts? How did you think about I have to meet Yesenia?
Yeah, so you put out that tax workshop on Instagram, and obviously I met you through a mutual friend, and I was like, you know what, I need to learn more about this. I thought at that time that's what I wanted to do, but obviously life happens and things happened, and that's not what I'm doing anymore. But yes, when I met you, I was like, oh my God, she's amazing. You seemed genuine, and obviously. No, I mean, you know a lot about the tax business. And when I first met you, I was like, I don't know if I should get close to you or not. But yes,
I don't bite. Yeah, no.
Everything started there, and I guess we clicked. And
yes, no, yeah. And this shows that it's not about competition; it's about collaboration.
Exactly.
And not only that, so then we move forward, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna start my business.
Yes. So yes, for many of you guys that may not know, I worked in a lot of industries, and prior to taking off with the taxes, I was a part-time nanny. So thanks to my husband, he pushed me in, and I knew that was just like a temporary, season in my life. Mm-hmm. And my husband pushed me, and he was like, you need to.
You're capable of more.
Yes. And so I started. And the first year, I closed tax season with over 100 clients. Yay. So from 0 to 100, that was a huge accomplishment for myself. And it was all thanks to social media, Facebook campaigns, and all of that. So
this is why it's so important to have your social media in place, because this is how we met, and this is how she has also built her book of business.
Correct. Yes. So that's how it started with the tax. And obviously those clients now became my healthcare insurance clients.
Yes.
So that's a bit of how I started.
And a little bit also to share is that Karen then sold her book of business for the tax service, and we were happy to help her clients. So it's all about a transition and also keep helping each other. So then Karen found her passion about the insurance side, right?
Yes.
Can you share a little bit about the difference between what exactly is healthcare insurance and the type of the policies in the insurance carriers that you use? I know you are with the marketplace and as well with the Medicare.
Yes.
side.
So I do both. We do both, which is marketplace insurance, that it's also known as Obamacare. A lot of people know it in that name frame, and also Medicare for seniors or retirees at the age of 65, or anybody prior to 65 with any health chronic conditions as well. I think both side started at the same time as tax, but I was more into the tax since I knew that
that was
prior.
more like your comfort zone, probably. Like
Yes.
you were like, you were comfortable. I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
But you always felt like there was something else missing.
Exactly. And they both started at around the same time. But with healthcare, I was always on the back end of agencies. So I was hired as director of operations. I was a manager. So now, being an insurance agent, I know the backside of an agency and I know what an insurance independent broker is. So I have a little bit of experience of both worlds. Whenever it started taking off, I want to say it was about 2 years ago.
Yes.
Remember we met and I told you, Jess, like, I don't want to do taxes anymore. And she's the one that pushed me. No, you have to do it again.
Yes.
Just try it one more year. And so I did. We did try one more year and I was like, no, this is not for me. Even though both, both careers are seasonal because obviously taxes are January through April.
Right.
And the high season for healthcare, it's October through December and also the beginning of January. But that's whenever I was like, no, I can't do both. I want to focus just on one.
Right.
So here I am today. I work with a couple of agencies, like I said, on the back end.
Oh, yeah. And then also, like, I know you're stating agencies, but can you tell us a little bit about what is the difference between being an individual agent and also the agency, right? Because
principal.
If I come to you and I am like, okay, I have a client that needs health insurance, I contact you directly, but you are under an agency. Is that correct?
So the way that it works, everyone is an individual, independent broker or agent. And then you have your insurance, your agency. So the agency is the one that supports the agent itself. On my end, I work with two other partners, business partners, which is Lilian and Claudia that you know, and we're all owners of the agency.
Perfect.
So whatever agent comes within our agency, then we just give them that support that that agent needs.
That's awesome. And that's great because it's not only you, but you have your group, your colleagues that if you're not available, somebody else will be available to give that support to these clients. But
exactly.
I do want to share a little bit about your social media because it's so cute to me that I always see you as well, like always at these events with the Medicare community, the senior living. And it is so cute because I see her, playing bingo. I see her doing the dance and all that. And it's like so cute. And I mean, a lot of our community as well, como la comunidad hispana, no sabe que puede calificar para Medicare.
Exactly. Yes. So, con Medicare, it's obviously, I'm going to do a little bit of Spanglish. You started it.
Yes, we're going to Spanglish here. So we're good.
With Medicare, I don't have a favorite, whether it be because Obamacare, it's for families from newborns until the age of 65, and Medicare is more specific with seniors or soon to be retirees. So, but with Medicare, I do enjoy it. The fact that a lot of our seniors, I feel, because I work so close with them, they get forgotten. We all have our family, and we're so busy.
Correct.
And we forget about our seniors. So that really does hold a very, very soft spot on my end when I meet them. The stories that I hear, their kids may live here in Houston, but they haven't seen their kids in a month because, they're busy with their kids and this and that. So that is our mission, to bring to these senior communities happy moments for them. We do a musical bingo that everyone loves because we do musical bingo from the 60s, 70s. And it's just so rewarding to me to see them smile, to see them get up and dance, to keep them active, and for them to know that, hey, there's somebody out here that truly, genuinely does care for you guys. So yes, that is a soft spot for myself, and obviously because I whenever I meet the seniors, I see my grandma through them.
Yes. Well, you know what? I see myself. Like, I'm going to be that 65-year-old lady dancing there, like it's so fun to me. But honestly, talking about Medicare, right, and seniors, I did wanted to touch a key point that a lot of clients have been asking me. And as you know, we're more in the chief financial officer side. And they're like, hey, Jasenia, but like, how do I know how many credits do I have? And, for the Medicare and Social Security, because we do have to, I always tell clients, I'm like, you have to understand taxes is one, the IRS is one department, Medicare is your health side, and then Social Security is another department, right?
Yes.
And then they're all different, but they all communicate with each other.
Yes. So what I would suggest for somebody that, or if anybody that has a parent that is about to retire, always create an account directly with the Social Security. That's going to give you the eligibility. And it will tell you if you're soon to retire, how much Social Security benefits you accumulate or you have until now, and if you are a qualifiee for Medicare. So that is also always very important. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we do get those letters sent to us
yearly, I believe. So yeah, you should be receiving those letters.
We have to have definitely 40 points for it. And also, like I said, I always encourage them, create your account through Social Security benefits.
Because a lot of a client actually this weekend asked me, they're like, so if I'm self-employed, how does Social Security know that I have points, right? And that is crucial, because if you're self-employed and you're not doing your taxes, then that's not counting towards your retirement. And that is crucial for clients to know, or for the community to know, because they're assuming like, oh, I should be fine once they turn 65, or the age that is needed to be for them to qualify. And then they go and they get surprised, right?
And also, whenever I was doing taxes, I would always try to educate them on that as well. And that's a very important point. Because a lot of them also think that because they're a U.S. resident and they're not they don't have a citizenship, that they don't qualify. And that's not correct. Even if you are a U.S. resident, you do qualify for Medicare benefits, as long as you have your points, of course, and you've done everything the right way.
Right. No. And then also, who qualifies for these Obamacare, Medicare? You said
yes. So on Medicare side, you have to be either 65 years of age or have a chronic condition. And on the Obamacare, which is marketplace insurance, a lot of the people know the form 1095A.
Not our favorite.
Exactly.
The tax side, because.
Yes, 1095A. Yes. But for marketplace insurance, obviously, the way to qualify or get a quote, it's very easy. Zip code, age, and yearly income. To be able to qualify, you do have to have a legal status, whether it be a work permit, a resident, or U.S. citizen. And you have to be filing your taxes.
Absolutely.
So, yes. And we've worked together with some of your tax clients and my clients as well, just to give them all that education, because they don't think it's so important, and they just sometimes they'll just say, yeah, I make about so and so much, or 30 grand, and then they end up making double that at the end of the year. So that's our part as insurance agents, is to educate our clients into letting them know that this is something crucial. Whatever gets put on that application has to be up to date. So that's very important.
Okay, great.
Yes.
And for someone that is listening to right now, and maybe they have their dad or grandparents that need your services, where can they reach you?
Well, they can call me direct, 832-296-9348, or they can follow me on Instagram or my Facebook page.
Awesome.
You guys can put it.
I know we're going to put it there for the information. So now that you educated us a little bit about each department, right? Which obviously if somebody needs more, they can reach to you directly. But let's move more towards now life, right? Life, we're so focused on business. We are focused on their leads, but then you mentioned you are a wife, you're a mother, you have a team. How do you manage yourself? How are you taking care of yourself? What advice do you give another woman that is probably watching and they're like, oh my gosh, like if she could do it, I can do it too.
Yes. Wow. That's really hard because
starting a business is not for the weak.
No, it's not.
You have to grow some thick skin.
Actually, we're leaving for vacation tomorrow and I'm still like, do I take my laptop? Do I not take my laptop?
That is such a great, thing that you just mentioned, because I do the same thing. Like sometimes until my kids told me one day, they're like, are we going on vacation or you're still going to work? Yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm going on vacation. They literally told me I cannot take my laptop.
Yeah, so the same thing here, my husband and my daughters. But one very important thing about, being an entrepreneur or a business owner, it's you have to learn how to part, your time with your family, with your business, and also time to say, okay, my working hours are 9 to 6, which I know it's hard because I go through it. Like my WhatsApp, it's for my clients and it might be 7. Sometimes I've had clients call me at 10 because they do have an emergency. And if I know it's a senior, I will answer because maybe they have to go to the hospital or whatever the case may be. But we have to educate our clientele. We have to seriously educate them. And I actually have like a text reply at a certain hour after 7, if this is an emergency or, whatever the case may be, I will get back to you the following day. And one of the other things that does keep me on track, it's my agenda, my calendar, my Google Calendar.
Honestly, I love
and
Karen
she knows
is
about
one of the most on time person. So yes, that's goals. Like I am working on time management too, because honestly, time management is an important factor as a business owner as well. Because for example, with your family, like you said, okay, a certain time, that's family time. Yes. So that's crucial.
I try as much as I can to make it a point. Because it is very important, not only for the family, but also for ourselves. Our peace, just our mental health as well. Sometimes we just feel so overwhelmed. And I know that we want to give it our all. And we wouldn't be where we are now if it wasn't for our clients. And I get that. But at the same time, if we're not really there mentally and physically, we can't give more.
Correct.
So that's very important.
We had just mentioned you can't pour into another cup from an empty cup, right? Yes. So here at Cup of Jess, you're getting your cup of Jess.
Yes, I'm getting my cup of Jess.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about what has been the most challenging thing that you have overcome in life, that you've had to, make this decision. It could be in life or business, right? That you're like, hey, I thought I was not going to be able to overcome this, or I had a blockage that I was like, you know what? I'm giving up.
Yes. I think, was being a business owner, entrepreneur, and having friends, that are in the same field. To me, it was leaving very personal, leaving a toxic friendship behind, and leaving that partnership that we had.
Yes, and
that was the hardest part for me. But it also taught me to stand up for myself and to do what was right. So yes, to me, that has been one of the most difficult things that actually I am thankful now. You may not understand in that moment, but now
why are things happening?
Exactly.
And that's something that it could be a toxic relationship. It could be a toxic business partner or colleague and things like that. And you are trying to hold it together because of what if, right?
Yes.
No, maybe I'm the wrong, but then you realize that maybe that person was a narcissist.
Yes.
And we didn't grow up like knowing these things and the acts and the behaviors and everything until later on that you're like, wait, like they were controlling me. And now I'm like, no, like, let me move forward. And of course, in that moment, it feels like a heartbreak and it's just a friendship.
Like a breakup.
It is like a breakup because it's this person that you've been talking to every day. You share your emotions, the ups and downs, and then suddenly you're like, oh, it's gone.
Yes.
And no, absolutely. So, and then the factor is that also going through it and still having to wake up every day, show up because why? You have a business to run.
Yes.
And if we don't get up and run with the business, then we don't pay our bills.
Yeah. And that's another great point there, because in this industry, if you don't get up and if you don't put yourself out there, the clients are not going to come and knock at your door. You do have to have that willpower to do it every day, whether you're feeling down, whether something happened. And that's very important that the clients, they don't get handed to you. So yes.
No, absolutely. And that's when you have to find the purpose in yourself, and then you have to find that grit.
Yes.
Right? Because
definitely.
You can't, and there's days that you're going to feel that you don't want to do this anymore. And then next thing you know, like that reel that you're like crying under your covers, and then you get that text message that is like, oh, I need your services. And boom, you get up and I think for that, in that aspect is that if you're feeling that way, for me, this is what happens to me, is that whenever I'm feeling that way, I purposely and I make myself get up and do something that I know that it's going to heighten me up, like remind me of why I'm doing this, but I have my team, there's been times that I'm just like tired, and then my team texts me, hey, like, look, we got a 5-star review. I'm like, okay, let's get going. Like we gotta do this. So it's just reminding yourself of why you're doing it, and always finding your why.
Your why. Yes. My why, it's definitely my daughters, my family, my husband. He's the one that has pushed me to be where I am. And I'm so thankful for him, because if it wasn't for him, then I wouldn't be here. And if it wasn't for my daughters, the strength that they give me, and that's my reason to get up. It's, okay, I have my girls, even though they're old. I was a young mom. So if you see me out there having a good time, it's because I was a young mom. Don't judge.
We like to have fun. So share a little fun fact about you.
Well, fun, I would say, I love to dance.
She is a great dancer, by the way. So
I love to dance with my husband. We're best buddies. We're best friends. So I think that's
and one. Shout out to him, because he just accomplished a big achievement. So I am so excited for what the future has for him. And I don't know if you want to share a little bit.
Yes, he's a foreign doctor, and here he got his registered nurse. And now we just came back from Miami, his graduation. So now he's a nurse practitioner. So yes.
Querer es poder. That is what I call like just, holding to your goals and making sure you're working hard for it. And
it was a tough 4 years, but we're here, and the whole process. I mean, it was not easy. It was not easy at all, but yes, querer es poder.
Yes. So, si alguien aquí que nos está escuchando que habla español, tienen ese deseo, ese fuego dentro de su corazón de emprender, de querer hacer algo, sea con lo de impuestos, abrir un negocio o aprender un poco más de lo que estamos haciendo, contáctenos. O sea, busquen ese mentor.
Claro que sí.
Que es necesario tener, así que hablamos español, así que
claro que sí, 100% bilingües.
Así es, así que honestly, thank you so much for sharing everything, a little bit about what you do, and then also a little bit about you as a mother, as a entrepreneur. I know it does take a village. I have to admit that, like, honestly, for me, it's always been my family, right? Like we have to have my mom, my dad, and my brothers, like because y'all already know,
and you
like
have little ones
my
too,
brothers have been there. It's funny because they're always like Marcos and Edwin are always like you have your kids and I have to take care of them. Like dice otros lo tienen y otros tienen que cuidarlos. So,
Yes.
yeah, but honestly, my kids love their uncles, so hey, that's great. But then and obviously my mom, my parents, they always help me. My husband, it's just been one of like you have to have a village to be able to.
And also,
succeed.
it's we're thankful for this type of jobs or business that we have, that we do have the flexibility,
a service business,
yes, and also the flexibility to be able to be there. I do the same thing. My sister, my brother, they need a nanny. Okay, just let me know in advance. I'll block the days, and I'm there for them. So I am very thankful for this type of job because I do have a lot of flexibility. Which is helping my siblings with their little ones.
Exactly. So, yes, well, thank you. Again, we will be sharing Karen's information. So if you need her services or if you have doubts about Medicare, you can reach out to her. And again, it's been a pleasure hosting you here.
Thank you so much. Thank
awesome.
you guys.
Thank you for your time. And we will be back with a Cup of Jess podcast.